78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. Right. Let's see what we got in the building thus far in the AM. Make sure y'all spread the word to the ends of the earth. 78 Sports TV is live, you dig? Let me see here. Scroll up. Who we got up in here? Pablo Escobar, what it do, fam? Jeff, the producer. Jalen Hudson is in the building. My brother Joe Thompson coming through, standing on LDBC business indeed. TY Boxing 02 is in the building. QCP 1 Thigh Wild. Miami Snoopy 305 is up in here. The Dirt Gang Boss is in the building. Let's see. My brother's keeper. Brandon Adam Perry. Lisa Von der Hurt, the Hayden. Lisa Vaughn, I'm going to call you Lisa Vaughn. Slip the Jab, what it do? Crockett, what's happening with it? Mark Swift. The Sister Shawa is in the building. California Love, what's happening? Let's see here. Coach 67 Sports TV. Hey, Lisa, are you a man or a woman? I need to know that. Are you a man or a woman? I need to know if you are a black woman. Well, I need to know that because if you're a white woman and using tank don't like darky women, what's darky women? Yeah, that kind of stuff over here get you blocked. I gotta know something. Clear it up. Coach 67 Sports TV, what's happening with it? Joseph Brown. Miami Massamucci, what it do, fam? Mark Harrison. Corbin Phoenix, what it do, fam? Great Vibe Ray. KOD Testimonies, what it do? G McCall. G-Man TV. Shaquilla Field, salute to the sister. Ray Son. What's happening with it? HC Boxing, what it do? Camera. Let me see here. Rick Blackwell, Will Sinclair, what's happening with it? Elbow. Escalera, Gustavo. Coach Hudson, what it do, family? Bush Baby Boxing. Vince Milborn. Earl Fury. Tamir Ali. Sneakers and Boxing, what it do, man? Avery Vice. King Strick. Mo 2013, CJ Robson, DC Muir, Dale Reed, KBGJ in the building. Iron Waffles was happening. Dane Watson, Mook Stylistic P. Let me see here. Let me see. We got I Am True Man, what it do? Brody is Tyson. Young World. I can't read everybody, but much love to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to all y'all that's coming through. Smash that like button on the way in, y'all. Spread the word. 78 Sports TV is live, you dig. What's up, my brother Stormy B-Man in the building? What it do? Oh, anytime, Stormy. You know that. Anytime you need to pull up, pull up. All right, let's talk about Gervonta Davis. We're going to talk about Clarissa Shields, too, as well. And I'm also talking about why my video is titled, Gervonta Davis is Finished. We'll talk about all that. Now, first thing first, let's talk about Clarissa Shields. Let's get that out the way early. Clarissa Shields, after her last fight, winning in impressive fashion, in her hometown of Michigan, she tested positive from a saliva sample for marijuana use, right? But in her urine sample, she was clean. Now, we all know that the urine sample is the standard sample. That's the one that, basically you test for drives and stuff like that. And that shows long-term use going back 30 days. But she tested positive for marijuana from a saliva swab, which is strange that they would give her a saliva swab. Okay, it was weird. So now, Clarissa is saying that this is from secondhand smoke, right? There's a lot of people saying that that's what it's called from, secondhand smoke. All right, and Clarissa says she don't smoke weed, and I believe it. I believe it. I believe she don't smoke weed. Okay, but the Michigan Combat Board or whatever decided to suspend Clarissa Shields from fighting in Michigan over this marijuana thing. Now, mind you, Clarissa Shields is the only person bringing any fights to Detroit, to my knowledge, to Michigan, I should say. She's bringing fights to Michigan. She got the people coming out to see her. It's giving people something positive to do. She just had her movie come out, worldwide acclaim, and then y'all pull this mess on your own hometown girl, right? But that's not the worst part. I'm gonna show you what these busters said about this girl. I want you to read this, man. This is from the Michigan Unarmed Combat Commission. Listen to the wording here. The department investigated and determined that sufficient and good cause exists to find that the conduct of Clarissa M. Shields, a licensed professional boxer, constitutes an imminent threat to the integrity of the sport of professional boxing, the public interest, and the welfare and safety of a professional requiring emergency action. Okay. This is some of the most egregious stuff I've ever heard. Let's say she smoked a blunt, which she didn't, but let's say she did. For you guys to come out here and say this constitutes an immediate threat to the integrity of the sport of boxing, look at how they talk about black people, y'all. Look, but when Ryan Garcia did all that mess, look at, we got to go through so much mess just to get them to suspend this dude, right? Ryan Garcia got blood in his mouth every other day. Teofimo Lopez out here saying racist stuff every other day. But you call this woman an immediate threat to the integrity of the sport of boxing? Bro, I almost broke my laptop reading this. This is some of the most racist, vile nonsense I've ever heard. An imminent threat, she's an imminent threat to the integrity of the sport of boxing, the same sport of boxing that robbed people every other day, the same sport of boxing that just robbed Lamont Roach of a knockdown. And this is Michigan saying this. Michigan, her own hometown, saying this about this woman. This is some of the most sick, bro. I hate boxing now, bro. I really do. Boxing is so racist. It's all about money, bro. It's no loyalty, nothing. It's all about bread, man. If you got the money, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do in boxing. Anything. The Brothers UK is in a super chat with that 5-piece. Much love, brother. Thank you. He said, preach, brother, 78. Yes, sir, brother. Don't do that. This is disgusting, man. And then the WBO came out and said that, what did WBO say? Let me look it up real quick. I forgot. I just was about to talk about it. Oh, yeah. The WBO said Clarissa Shields was a danger to the sport of boxing. A danger to the sport of boxing, bro, because she allegedly smoked weed. But yet, this is what I try to tell y'all. This is why I can't stand Keyshawn Davis either. Black and mild. Keyshawn Davis, what happened? He got in trouble for smoking weed, right? Did he test positive for weed and got in trouble? But yet, Ryan Garcia was walking around with blunts in his mouth all day. Nobody said nothing. Everybody laughing about it. And then you out here kissing Ryan behind. Oh, Ryan, man, yeah. But y'all dudes is just so off code, so off base, and so disgusting to me. It's ridiculous. So what is Conor Ben? Why ain't nobody put this out here that Conor Ben poses an imminent threat to the integrity of the sport of boxing? Didn't he pop dirty? What about Canelo when he popped dirty for banned substances? Nobody put a statement out saying he was an imminent threat to the integrity of the sport of boxing. Nobody said that. I didn't even hear that about Ryan Garcia. When he went on a full-fledged racist rant while juicing, I didn't hear nobody say he was an imminent threat to the integrity of the sport of boxing. But you say this about this woman who was accomplished more than some of these dudes have accomplished, and you come out here and say that because she tested positive for marijuana, this constitutes an imminent threat to the integrity of the sport of professional boxing. Man, y'all a joke. The Michigan Unarmed Combat Commission is a joke. And if I was Clarissa Shields, I would never fight there again. Ever, ever, ever. This is bro, I'm offended by this. I really feel like bro, I'm sorry, bro. This is disgusting. Shout out to my brother, Too Raw for TV in the super chat with the 20-piece chicken nugget. Thank you, bro. Appreciate the love. So, bro, this is why I gave up on boxing. It makes me want to puke. And where are these brothers and sisters in the mainstream media calling out this hypocrisy? Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. You can't make this up, fam. You can't make this up, bro. Man, Clarissa Shields should never fight in Michigan again. I don't care. If I'm her, I'm fighting somewhere. I mean, it's hard to say that because that's where she's selling out. She's selling out seats there, arenas there, because that's her hometown. But for them to do her like this, bro, this is some shady shenanigans going on. I promise you. Something is going on that board in Michigan. Somebody don't like Clarissa. This is personal. Somebody didn't get paid. Somebody's pockets didn't get greased. Something happened. Or somebody got paid to smear her. Because I don't even believe that drug test, to be honest with you. Boxing Fan Times 4 is in the super chat with the 2-piece. Much love, much appreciation, fam. He says, when Tank gets emailed that fat L, well, we're going to see what happens. We're going to talk about that later. For sure. Definitely going to talk about it. Yeah, this is disgusting, fam. The woman had marijuana, trace amounts of marijuana in her system. Trace amounts. Now, they say, from the studies say that you can, smash that like button too, y'all. They say that you can get that in your saliva by inhaling secondhand smoke. So, or, obviously kissing somebody who's smoking. I ain't trying to put nothing on Papoose. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Papoose. But I'm just saying. If somebody this is why I'm telling you, my mom, she real funny about that. Because, you know what I'm saying? My mom, like, she goes to the doctor and stuff like that, whatever. And, that's why she be funny about, like, people be smoking weed and stuff like that. You go to the house parties and stuff, visit your cousins and stuff, and somebody in the room smoking, they open up the door, a cloud of smoke come out. You gotta be funny about that kind of stuff, because if you get tested, like if they do a saliva test, like that can be in your you can fail basically. That can be in your saliva. So you gotta be careful, y'all. But yeah, Clarissa is in Michigan. So she walking out, good and well, it's people smoking in the arena. They smoking in the arena. People coming up, hugging and kissing. It's nonsense. Kakura Musa in the super chat. Much love and much appreciation with the 5-piece. Thank you. Says, nah, someone must have been hating on her on the low in Michigan. Ain't no other way. That's what I'm saying. It gotta be like something like this. Somebody hating on her, dog. Somebody hating on her. Maybe it's some Alicia Baumgartner called in a favor or something. I don't know. But there's something definitely going on. This is crazy. So yeah, I was deeply offended when I seen this, man. Like this is the language here is like career threatening language. Like you're trying to make it see, bro. This is why I go so hard on these other cats. Teofimo Lopez still out here saying racist stuff. You ain't heard Turkey Al Sheikh come out here and warn them, tell them to shut up. Nothing. Don't nobody care. Terrence Crawford was the only one step to him. This dude's still out here talking racist stuff and still finna fight and get paid. No punishment, nothing. Ryan Garcia did everything he just did. No punishment whatsoever. This man finna come back and get rewarded. Sick, man. Sick. This is sick stuff. But like I said, this is why I don't respect the boxing, so-called boxing media. All these dudes running around getting their credentials and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. I don't respect them because when these dudes get around these people, all they do is open their mouth and get on their knees and put their hands together like they about to pray. You know what I'm talking about. Get them up out of here. Bukaki boys. Jay in the super chat, appreciate the love of the two-piece. He says, Clarissa brings attention to the HGO crisis there. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The ghetto. Hold on 1 second, man. I'm opening up the panel in a minute. We still cooking on this right now. But yeah, this is sad, fam. Yeah, so shout out to Clarissa Shields. Hopefully this gets cleared up. But now she gonna have to fight. She gonna have to fight in other places. But if I'm her, I wouldn't even go back unless they give me an apology for the language that they're using this, a public apology. I wouldn't even fight in Michigan no more. That, for real, I don't care if that's my whole time or not. That's disgusting, fam. Constitutes an imminent threat to the integrity of the sport of professional boxing. Oh my goodness! Like she got caught with some D-ball in her system or something. Like I'm telling you, bro, I'm literally watching people test positive for performance-enhancing drugs. And nobody says this stuff about them. Nobody. Like, what is this? This is crazy. Yeah, I feel bad for Clarissa right there, man. That's wicked, man. This is filthy behavior right here, man. Disgusting behavior. All right, let's talk about this boy Tank, man. Talk about Tank. So, first of all, we already know Tank got the excuse about his hair. Now, it looks even worse now. A woman, Amanda Serrano, who just happens to be Jake Paul's boo thing, she come out here and says, 1 year ago today, I had to cancel my homecoming fight in Puerto Rico for the same mistake. Getting my hair done 2 days before, and then it burning my eyes. Listen. If Amanda Serrano, a woman, has to make a post and relate to Tank, oh, girl, yeah, I go through that stuff all the time. Yeah, that's why you can't get your hair done. This just makes Tank look even softer. The man look even softer. A woman has to come out here and say, yeah, that happened to me too. She's a girl, bruh. A girl. A girl, Tank. This wasn't Charlo come out. This wasn't no guy. This is a girl came out and co-signed your pain. Yeah, I know what that's like, because, yeah, when I be getting my nails done, don't you hate that, Tank, when you get your nails and feet done, and then when them Chinese people be talking in Chinese and you don't know what they saying? I don't like that. Yeah, that's right. I agree. I feel as though they should stop doing that. Yeah, for sure. I feel as though they should stop, for sure. Disgusting. Amanda Serrano, yeah, I can definitely relate. This happened to me. What's up, lovely brown sugar Tay in the building? This happened to me last year. I had to cancel my fight. Cause see how I got bent over. I was having sex before the fight, and I shouldn't have been doing that, and then that made me tired. You know what I'm saying, Tank? For sure. I feel as though for sure. Ridiculous. But that ain't even it. That ain't even the worst part. That ain't even the worst part. A girl coming out here co-signing what he's saying. Lamar Roach posted this on Twitter yesterday. He says, because Tank, he's responding to Tank. Tank says, and say no more, I'm pushing for the rematch. Now, you remember Tank was saying after the fight that he ain't fighting Lamar Roach next. He got something else to do, another fight or whatever. And Lamar Roach said he wants to fight. And now with the controversy coming out and them going back and forth, Tank says he's pushing for the rematch. Lamar Roach came back and says, F you mean pushing, ninja. My contract already signed and set for the immediate rematch because you put in and just in case you lost. Only reason we don't fight is if you scared. Now, Lamar Roach says that he signed a deal. So before the first fight, he already signed up for the rematch. Signed up to give Tank a rematch if he beat him. So I guess he's saying that everything in there is still good. So hey, let's just do the rematch. You know what I mean? What do you mean you pushing for it? Why do you have to push for anything? You Tank Davis, or are you? See what I'm saying? Ain't you Tank Davis? Ain't you the dude who called the shots? You like the face of boxing and all this stuff? See, this is a scam. It's all been a scam here. Because if you are who you say you are, Tank, you should be able to fight who you want to fight. You shouldn't need nobody to. You shouldn't have to convince Al Heyman or convince whoever that's trying to get you not to fight Lamar Roach. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If Tank Davis does not fight Lamar Roach next, he's finished. He's finished. If he don't fight Lamar Roach next, he's finished. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm assuming if he ain't fighting Lamar Roach, he also ain't gonna fight Shakur Stevenson or nobody else, right? That's my point. But if Lamar Roach is allowed, like if Tank go off to fight somebody else, like Jake Paul or whatever kind of nonsense he want to do, if Lamar Roach goes off and fights Shakur Stevenson like he wants to, if he gets that fight and Shakur beats Lamar Roach and beats him up, man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man. You talk about the parade Shakur Stevenson fans gonna have. Talk about the stomp out they're gonna do on Tank fans. It's ridiculous. And I say that because Tank fans love to play the triangle theory. Even Tank does too. You know. Oh look. Oh, they were saying I wouldn't fight Devin, right? They said I wouldn't fight Devin, but I fought Ryan. Look what Ryan did to Devin. Like, bro, just totally ignore the steroids and everything. But fine. Now let's use if you use that triangle theory. Okay, then Lamar Roach lost to somebody that Shakur Stevenson beat. Am I correct or am I tripping? Didn't Shakur Stevenson beat the guy who beat Lamar Roach or am I tripping? Do I got the wrong person I'm thinking of? Somebody in chat let me know because I might be tripping. Okay, so he did. Okay, he did. So yeah, it was Jamal Herring. Okay, so what is if you're gonna use the triangle theory? That now you basically saying that Shakur is better than you. If we're gonna use that theory, the Tank trying to use. Andre Toppin Jr. is in the super chat with the 5-piece. Much love and much appreciation, fam. Thank you. He said 78, an OG of mine who watched the fight, is a Tank fan and did a live coverage of the fight, said he thought that Tank let Roach win. Shaking my head. Well, that's what you're going to say, man, when you're in shock. I said the same thing when Roy Jones lost to Antonio Tarver. Yeah, I was trying to spare my feelings. I didn't want to deal with the reality. So I said, man, Roy did this on purpose, man. Roy just trying to get make it seem like he got, Tarver gave him a good fight just so he can fight him again and make some money, man. Roy's smart, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what you say when you lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You catch a girl in the car with some dude, her head bobbing up and down. You say, hey, what you doing? Oh, I know what you're doing. I get it. See, she missed me. I ain't been giving her enough attention, so she tried to teach me a lesson. So, yeah, she was in the car with dude. I see what you're doing. Yeah, because she like makeup sex, you know what I'm saying? She like us to have like that makeup, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. I see what she was doing. Yeah, I see what you were doing. That's all it is. It's cap. Lying to yourself. But anyway, I'm going to open up the panel early. Y'all ready to go? Y'all ready to go? Let me open up the panel. Let me drop this in the chat for y'all. Let's get right down to it. Now, come on in here. Come on in, ladies and gents. I see you, Focus Ball. What's happening with it, bro?
All I say. See the tank? He got the beat up because he picked on the Mexican. This is the revenge from him.
Man, it's bad out here, bro. It's bad.
Yo, they did my man Lamont dirty.
Filthy, didn't they?
Oh my! But I mean, did you expect anything else? Were you really shocked by that?
No, I will say this much. I was not shocked because I understand boxing and what boxing does, but I was very much disappointed in the lies that they telling after the fact. They're out here talking about Steve Willis wanted to look at the replay. No, the commission wanted to look at the replay, but they had technical difficulties, so they couldn't look at the replay in time. And I find that very interesting. You had technical difficulties, so you, the commission, who couldn't see the replay, but yet we could see the replay on television.
Wow, I didn't even hear that part.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We could see it on TV, but they couldn't.
So y'all can't get a TV?
Man, they full of it, bro. They full of it. It's all cap. But what'd you think of this the Clarissa Shields stuff we talked about earlier? Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did. So first off, I seem to remember a bunch of people. When it's other folks, we don't seem to be a big deal. But I feel like this was definitely, as you said, a hit piece on Clarissa, and she shouldn't fight. She should take the money away from that area, because why would they do that to her? She's a hometown hero. That's got to be some internal hate. That's some saboteur mess. I think Clarissa should get an investigation, honestly.
Southside, if that's you in the background, bro, turn your camera on real quick just so I can see. Make sure ain't no troll. I got you, bro. Oh, Tay fell off. Tay was up here. Come on back in, Tay. But young Abel, what's up with it, man?
What's happening? How you doing, man?
Doing good, bro. How you been?
Man, chilling, bro. Man, the backlash of Tank and Davis is amazing, bro. They out there just scrambling around trying to figure out the next excuse in the book, bro. It's been beautiful, man. It's been a beautiful couple of days.
Yes, indeed. Hey, Buster, if you're back there, turn your camera on real quick, so I can make sure that's you.
Hey, 7-8. Let me draw something about the whole. Yeah. Let me draw about something about the Clarissa Shields situation.
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually got into it. I was actually got into some sort of debate or whatever, and then somebody tried to bring up the fact that Alexander Povetkin ended up testing positive for his drugs, so why can't you keep the same consistency all around when it comes to Clarissa Shields? I'm like, dude, it's a different situation. Alexander Povetkin got tested for meldonium, right? That's an illegal PED. This is weed. I mean, weed is not used for performance enhancing. I know this for a fact. It's basically used to slow you down and used as a masking agent. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that, Clarissa Shields, use drugs and nothing like that because obviously she does. But I was trying to tell the person, like, bro, that's a terrible comparison. But again, it goes to show that a lot of these people don't have to try to make into an argument that doesn't make really a lot of sense.
Right. Yes, indeed. Southside Boxing 601, my brother. What's up with it? You on mute, Southside? Can you hear me, Southside? You on mute? I'm gonna go to Headbuster.
What's up, man? How y'all doing today?
I'm good, family.
Yeah, what's the topic, 7-8?
Oh man, we talking about Tank again. That situation. If he don't fight Roach, he's finished, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If he don't fight Roach in the rematch, he's finished. And we talked about Clarissa Shields being her suspension for marijuana. But if you don't, you got to worry about the Clarissa part if you missed it. What's your thoughts?
With Tank, I mean, he didn't take a loss. I mean, in the eyes of the public, yeah, he took a loss. But I mean, as of right now, and unless they make a change, it's just a draw. But I mean, I'm like you, I just want to see these guys mix it up. I don't really care about L's. Like, the greatest fight, like, yeah, you want your fighter to win, but I mean, the greatest then took L's. Like, Floyd didn't take an L in the pros, but in the Olympics, he took an L. Sure. Like, adversity is a part of the greatest story. All of them have it. I don't care what sport, basketball, boxing, football, like, adversity, man, you can't escape it. Can't nobody escape adversity. And if you hide from it, then, like, that's when your legacy goes into question. But I think Tank, I don't think his career takes a decline. I mean, it's a lot of questions, but that's great. These questions is big fights. That's big money. So, like, why not take on the challenge? That's how I view it. Can't nobody escape adversity. And if you hide from it, then, like,
Coach Hudson,
it's a question. But
Coach Hudson, you're on mute.
I don't think his career takes a decline. I mean, it's a lot of questions.
Okay, I had to put him on mute. He got I think he watching on his laptop or something. Okay, my thing is this with Tank. He has hold on, somebody else back here. Let me see. Okay, let him up here. Let me switch this. Okay, there we go. Now my thing is this. Him and Lamont Roach were arguing yesterday. Lamont Roach said, look, I already signed my contract for the rematch clause that you wanted in the contract. So we good to go. If we don't fight, it's because you don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the only thing that can stop it is you. So if Tank chooses to go fight some other person that's not named Shakur Stevenson, not another champion, but he chooses to fight some celebrity death match or whatever you call it, them exhibitions or something, then what then?
I think Floyd, but didn't Floyd make that cool with Conor McGregor 7-8? Didn't he kind of paved the way for that lane?
No, listen. Floyd Mayweather was already retired, accomplished. His resume is untouchable, unmatched. He can do whatever he want to do. He can walk down the street butt naked. Can't nobody say nothing to Floyd.
Okay,
Tank Davis ain't did nothing.
You comparing prime years then? Okay, I got you. You comparing prime?
Tank did nothing to absolutely not. Southside, you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here saying that. Can y'all hear me good?
Yes, sir, bro. Go ahead, man. What's your thoughts on what we cooking on?
Man, look, man, I just have to say that I owe the sport of boxing a huge apology. I owe Lamont Roach a huge apology. You know, I can admit that I got PTSD from the Floyd Pacquiao era, from the Keith Thurman era, from the Bud Earl era, to the point that when Tank picked to fight Lamont Roach, I didn't take no time as a boxing fan to go research Roach, to go look up anything about the guy. And I only assumed that if Tank picked him, he picked him for a reason. He was going to knock him out.
Right.
And I couldn't have been more wrong. And as I actually went and researched the guy, I'm like, wow. I can't believe that we've been misused as boxing fans for so long, to the point that I ain't take no time to research it, take no time to do nothing. And now I'm just in awe of what happened. Like, I couldn't believe it. But that's my own fault. because, like I said, that's the way we've been treated as boxing fans. With
Right.
guys like Tank, who always cherry picking. You can always hope maybe a cherry pick gone wrong, but this wasn't. It was a cherry pick per se, but this dude could really fight. And man, much respect to Lamont Roach, man. And like he said, he signed for a rematch, and I think he gonna beat Tank worse in the rematch. Oh,
Mhm.
He'd have been there with him professionally under the lights. He done felt the power. He know what to expect, and he's not going. And then he gonna come back that next fight, and he's not gonna leave no stone unturned. And I don't think Tank gonna take the rematch. I don't
Hey,
think he gonna do it. If Tank takes that rematch, bro, you gonna see probably the most humble Tank. You gonna either see the most humble Tank or the overly excessively trying to be confident Tank, because he's gonna have huge insecurities going into this next fight. Because Lamont Roach is gonna put down a demo if they rematch.
oh
He
yeah,
gonna put down a
I think
demo
so. Hey,
because
Drew,
there's
you
nothing
back there,
different.
Drew, turn your camera on. I'm talking to Drew in the background.
Oh,
That's
oh
Drew.
yeah, because there's nothing different Tank is gonna do in this next fight. Everyone wants to say, "Oh, Tank had an off night." Tank, no, this is the way Tank fights. Unless Tank can hunt you down, or if you're a fighter that comes forward and leaves yourself with openings like a Rolly, like a Leo Santa Cruz. But if you're sitting there in the pocket catching and shooting, like just technical boxing on some James Tony, Floyd Mayweather type stuff, he can't do nothing with you, which is why he didn't want to smoke with Shakur or Devin Haney. Point blank, period. All that swinging for the fencing he was doing and messing with. You think he gonna hit Shakur with any of that? Okay, all right.
Yeah, I hear that. Let me go to the brother Team Shakur. I think he was next. What's up, Team Shakur? What's up with it?
Your peace, brother.
Peace.
Yeah, the thing is this, man. I believe Lamont Roach was a cherry pick for Gervonta Davis. The reality is this, man. Everybody at any given moment or any given day can show something different. Lamont Roach knew what he was up against. He knew the narratives. He knew that he lost against Jamel Herring. He knew that he went life and death with the guy that he won the title with. He knew that. And so he knew Gervonta Davis' weaknesses, and he decided to take this serious. Gervonta Davis, this was totally a cherry pick, but it's a cherry pick gone wrong because at any given night, somebody you think you know can show it very different. And Lamont Roach showed up different, and he showed up smart, and he wasn't afraid. And I also think that like the brother was saying, Lamont Roach, in my opinion, he very good fight, but like for me, it's like he just did something that we already knew what was Tank weaknesses. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem. He was just the one chosen to be able to display it. If it
Right.
was Shakur Devin Haney chosen, we would be saying the same thing. We would actually be more excited because we finally those are fights that we actually wanted to see.
Right.
We didn't want to see a Lamont Roach and Tank. I'm thankful that Lamont Roach got a chance to expose Tank, but I'm not gonna act like Lamont Roach did something that I knew that Tank don't have a problem with. That's why Tank avoided fighters with that type of style. Lamont Roach understands that. Tank really thought that because Jamel Herring beat Lamont Roach, he was gonna be able to go do the same thing. That's really what Tank thought, honestly. If Tank did not know that he could beat Roach, I don't think we would have got the Roach fight. He saw him lose a nasty fight with Jamel Herring, and he thought that's easy work. And he got the surprise of his life. And now it is what it is. So I'm looking forward to see what the next steps are going to be for the young Tank. You know what I mean? But the excuses are just disgusting. It's just disgusting. The dude never really was what people thought he was, and that's just the reality.
Yes, indeed. Let me read these super chats real quick. David Jackson in the super chat, the 5-piece. Appreciate the love. He says, "Why is Tank not suspended? He was hit. Um, the load on the what? He was hit. The load on the camera. I don't know what you mean. He was hitting the load on the camera. I think that's a joke or something. I ain't catch you though.
He said he was hitting the loud 7-8.
Oh, I'm crazy. Can't see nothing. Man say he hitting the loud on the camera. Oh, you
Gotta
talking
get
about
them
that when he's
contact
in the
lens.
elevator?
Them contact
The elevator,
lens.
you talking about? You talking about the elevator? Video?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know because they're gonna say that it's no proof. They're gonna say it's no proof that he was that was really Bud. They're gonna say it could have been this, could have been that, could have been CBD. They're gonna say anything, man. Plus, Tank got the money. You know what I'm saying? He bringing everything to the table, so they gonna pretend like it didn't mean nothing. Be the truth seeker in the super chat with the 5 piece. Appreciate the love. Says I hate when people say boxers or teams have an off night. How about the opponent is better prepared to beat the crap out of your favorite boxer and team? Interesting. Salute. Appreciate it. Be the truth seeker.
Hey, 7A, did you notice the energy wasn't the same for Coach Kenny's most recent interview? Like the energy versus when Devin Haney had his little adversity, it's not the same. Like it's more understanding. And did you notice that?
Yeah, for sure. Let me go to my brother Coach Hudson in the building. What to do, Coach? Then I'm going to Drew.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Hear you good, brother.
My brother 78, man. Peace to the family. Peace to everybody online. So that Clarissa Shields thing, man, they got me upset. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Indeed.
But I get excited, so I'm gonna try to calm down a little bit. So
put that on the screen for people to read what they said about Clarissa in Michigan now.
Nasty work. So first I want to address the Tank thing. All lies are about to be exposed. All seeds of racism, cherry picking, cooning, all of those seeds that have sprouted are about to be exposed. And the way you kill a tree is you have to expose the roots to the light. And it's time right now that's about to happen. Because let me tell you what the plot was. The plot was for Tank to walk through Roach, do an exhibition with Jake Paul, do a rematch with Ryan Garcia, and he was going to ride into the sunset. But my God put his hand in it and decided that it ain't going to go down like that. The walls are closing in on all divisions. There's no more. You can't run nowhere else. You can't hide. The gift that God gave Tank, he's been abusing, and now he's going to be forced to show the world. And this message is to Tank. If he can humble himself for just a small amount of time and actually do what we know he can do, what we've been asking him to do, he can redeem himself. But if he continues down this road of not being humble, of taking things for granted, of treating his coaches any kind of way, treating his team, treating his people any kind of way, it's not going to go good for him because everything has been messed up that they had planned. And now he has to fight Roach. And Roach is in a position now where Roach can do two things. He can either continue to contest and get the W off of Tank, where he's forced to fight him, or if he doesn't, he will go down in history as the biggest duck that had the most potential in the 135 division in boxing history. Now, the Clarissa Shields thing. Speaking of, I just want to address all the liars, from the athletic commissions to the drug administrations to the crooked judges, to the crooked people taking the test. I want to say this to them. Our athletes pay your bills. Our athletes put on these events and bring money and hundreds of thousands of dollars to your cities. And to you boxers that don't understand by now that you need to be on code, look at this. What they're telling you in your face is that they can cheat you. They can put a dent in your skull and still say it wasn't cheating. They can get popped hot, beat you down, and there'll be no real repercussions. Come back and be the number one on the main card. They can do this and get nothing. Nothing will happen. But if you do it, if you get popped hot, they are going to say that this is a, what do they say? That you are a danger to the sport.
This constitutes an imminent threat to the integrity of the sport of professional boxing.
Now you see that you have never heard of that about Eddie Reynoso's whole camp, and the whole camp has pissed
5
hot.
dudes test
The
positive.
Let's
whole
go.
camp,
Let's
the whole
go.
camp has pissed hot, and they don't
Bro.
say anything like that about them being an imminent threat. Now, if you brothers who are fighting don't see this, none of you are even standing up for Clarissa. All of you brothers should be coming to her side and saying there will be no more boxing events in the state of Michigan until you get this right. The day has come. Now that the lies are being exposed, you fighters can no longer straddle the fence. You have to get down or lay down. You are either on that side or you are on this side. And if you go against your people, we will deal with you accordingly. And if I'm Clarissa Shields, I'll tell the whole team there will be no more money. There will be no more money coming to Michigan from the state of boxing.
Look how
Because
much
what you
money
all
they're
need to
going.
understand is whether you are with USA Boxing, whether you are a coach, whether you are on the commission, we pay your bills. The fans and the fighters pay your bills, and you are not going to treat our people any kind of way. We see this blatant racism, and you will have to answer for this.
Absolutely. Absolutely, my good brother.
Amen,
Always
coach.
cooking. Always cooking. Let me go to Drew. Drew, go ahead, brother. What's your thoughts?
Hey, Coach, do you do content, my brother?
Yo, bro, I was just about to ask the same shit.
Brother, Coach, do you do content, brother?
No.
Get a channel now, bro.
Let me get a channel like today, bro, because you are a soldier of God. We need this.
Yes, indeed.
So
This is the second day in a row I've heard you cook, and I'm in church right now,
Bro.
because everything you're saying is more than what we need to hear. But these are things we need to live by. And when we talk about things like code, I get so it's like we have a love-hate relationship with ourselves.
Yes,
I say this in a joking manner, but there's an element of truth behind a joke, which what makes it funny. I say boxing, we're like battered spouses. Then why do you keep going back to the person giving you a black eye? Because they love me. And I can't tell you how many times I just wanted to throw my hands up and say I'm done with the sport, but I keep coming back. And it's I'm just talking about black fighters. It's us that makes it difficult. We run this thing. Let's just say it. We run this thing. And we allow others to dictate the sport to us. Keyshawn Davis has a no contest on his record right now for marijuana. But Ryan Garcia was smoking during the press conference. Now, one time did they say he was a threat to the sport in any way, shape, or form. And then after he pops dirty, right, by VADA, New York State Athletic Commission, he goes on a racist tirade talking about he wants to resurrect George Floyd, kill him again, join the Ku Klux Klan, ERs, we putting ERs in the ER for real. Went on a whole racist tirade because he got caught. And how's he awarded? Millions of dollars from Turkey Al Sheikh. You understand? When Canelo Alvarez popped a clenbuterol, how was he awarded? A slap on the wrist suspension, right? And KK Kovalev, racist tirade himself, right? How's he awarded after beating his wife? And no, he beat that chick and kicked the dog. He's awarded with a $13 million payday.
Right.
With Canelo Alvarez. So everything is in our face, but the fact that we're not on code, that's a and what do we say? Oh, it's I just keep it boxing. It's not the race thing, and then we get accused of being racist about it when it's right in our face. The problem is we don't address it and put it on blast hard enough. All right. This thing with Clarissa, I don't care if that's her hometown. She needs to shut that ish down. Shut it down, and she needs to be like on her social media. Mm-hmm. I was talking with Stormy the other day. He sent me a link. He said, please watch this. I'm watching her in Puerto Rico tearing down some church's chicken, and the ultimate, all she was missing was some buck dancing music. She's eating chicken and biscuits and snapping on her. Oh, this is a good church. I'm telling you, Puerto Rico, they got this church and shit. I mean, she was just niggered out. And I'm watching this like, how do I defend this queen when she's behaving like this? And then lo and behold, 24 hours later, I see this. For some weed that she didn't smoke. But you were just on your social media smacking on some chicken in Puerto Rico. Stop cooning. We gotta stop doing this. Y'all remember what Keyshawn Davis said about the outcome with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia? And
Right.
I'm looking at him like, yo, bro, you just got a no contest, and Ryan just got popped for cheating. How are y'all ignoring this kid? We're not on code. I always said, man, you know, when like for instance, when Clarissa has her fights, every black fighter we could think of should be at her fights right there in the front row, rooting for her.
Facts.
Everyone pushing her over. She's the GOAT. She's performing. Show up and support. In her defense, I see her everywhere. She's at the big fights. But, you know, not to get too deep into that, she's been off code herself. But I only got so much time on the show. Now, speaking of code, let's get to Tank Davis. Coach Hudson put the nail in the coffin with that, man. Listen, time reveals all truth, and the life nothing but the long way to the truth. I never said Tank was not talented. My problem was he was purposely underachieving. And now we see why. Everything that his camp said gave us all the ammunition we need to fire back on him. And when I'm saying ammunition, you fire back when it's a war. You see, his fanatics made it a war. I keep telling you guys, I've seen Tank before. His name was Mike Tyson. And when you look at Mike Tyson's record and pay attention, he was okay. He was fun to watch. The man fought like 21 times in 2 years. But y'all want to tell me that Deontay fought a bunch of bums. This is ridiculous. Everyone knows Tank Davis' kryptonite. In fact, Coach Cal said it to Marco. When they asked about Shakur, he said, why would we want that fight? He's not going to stand there and let us do what we do. He said that. I didn't say that. And then when Devin was mentioned, he said, yeah, at what weight, though?
Right.
I'm like, what are you talking? What are you talking? It's right there in your face. And I agree with Coach. This dude was going to fight Jake Paul, and I heard he was going to rematch either Isaac Cruz or Ryan, and he was going to ride up into the sunset. That's not GOAT status. I told everyone, if this man stops fighting right now, he's not going to the Hall of Fame. And he don't care about the Hall of Fame because he also told you that belts don't matter. Last I checked, revenue generated or revenue earned does not make you a Hall of Fame fighter. That's some new thing that these kids talk about. All right? And I'm going to go on a limb and say this. At this point, Tank is an ass whooping waiting to happen. They love the Turl Gaddy. They love the Turl Gaddy. He can sell out Atlantic City, but you know, we knew what time it was with the Turtle. Either it was sink or swim. Either he was going to look really good in a win or really bad and get stopped and his face all cut up looking like a real life Rocky movie. But those Italians came out to support him. And that's something we don't do.
Thanks.
This kid said, I'm afraid of being on a meme. And every time I turn around, somebody, you know, having a hard way to go in the ring, who runs to Twitter to have everything to say? He does. You get what you put out, good or bad. If you work out and eat right, you're going to look a certain way. If you eat bad and you're partying and drinking and smoking, you're going to look a certain way. He's getting what he puts out. And everything is coming back to him. And now he look like, forget food, he look like a whole smorgasbord. He looking like a whole meal right now. Because everybody wants that smoke with him. Ain't nobody scared of him now. And I'm gonna tell you right now, everyone keeps saying this is like this guy Holyfield written all over it. I told y'all before, the Holyfield would have been the Devin Haney fight. That would have been the Holyfield. You know what this is? I want y'all guys to go rewatch Eric Morales versus Zaire Rahim. Go watch that fight. That's what this was.
Cool.
Right? Rahim didn't have enough pop to stop Morales, but he boxed his face in. The slight difference here is we saw Tank get wobbled. Now, if you're getting wobbled by a guy that only got like, what, 10 knockouts? That tells me everything I need to know about him. Tank ain't never been touched. I'm going to tell you, if he has been touched, it was in the gym.
Yeah.
Tank is old in boxing years. He's been doing this forever.
Facts.
And I'm telling you, those gym wars, it translates when you least expect it on a professional setting. So if Lamont Roach is touching him and knocking him off balance, I'm telling you, what he might want to do is hang it up. Because something bad about to happen to this kid. And all of his fans, y'all gonna have to deal with it. I'm not gonna clown, I'm not gonna troll. You know what I have to do? I'm just gonna say what happened. Don't get mad at me. I'm gonna land the plane right there.
Yes, sir. Let me read this super chat real quick. My brother Sheldon, LDBC or nothing. The super chat, the 2-piece, appreciate the love, Sheldon. He said, drink more water, hide. He messing with drink. Let me see here. We got Code 189 in the super chat with that 5-piece. Salute, fam. Thank you, brother. He says, Lamont did what Danny Jacobs did to Triple G. That dude was dumb hype. Tank ain't confident like that. He was buck dancing when Dev got cheated. Indeed. We got Chop Shop in the super chat. Appreciate the love, fam. Says, you get that remix I sent you on IG. Said, which one? About the Tank? That was you who sent me that? There was clowning Tank with the grease in his eye joint. I think I seen that one. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go back and check. Appreciate it, bro. But what y'all think about this? Now it's a report coming out from Ring Magazine. I don't know if this is true or this is Ring Magazine trolling trick. I don't know, but they say that they got wind that Tank team has reached out to Vasil Lomachenko for to get him out of retirement for the fight. What's your thoughts on that? I'm gonna start at the top with you, Focus Ball.
Hey, so getting Vasil Lomachenko out, man, I think it's still a duck of Lamont Roach.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a duck. I mean, when you guys were talking about how essentially Tank is old in boxing years, this is true. But Vasil Lomachenko is a lot older in boxing years, and the time to fight him is kind of gone. I appreciate him trying to make the fight, but I feel like that's just a distraction because it's like, let's give the fans what they actually want. We've wanted that for a long time. So to kind of take the heat off of him not wanting the Lamont Roach, I think that really says that says a lot about what he thinks about Lamont Roach. I think he thinks that Lamont Roach will stop him if they fight again. So he's looking for something else, but he also wants the heat taken off. So what way than to appease the fans with something like a Lomachenko fight? But I think the way Tank moves, he's not actually going to do that. It's going to be talk, and then, last minute, we couldn't get the Lomachenko fight, and we got somebody else. That's kind of the moves I see coming.
Salute to David Jackson in the super chat, that 5-piece. Thank you, good brother. He says 78. I feel like we let the Tank off the hook with Roach. Roach is good, but will be knocked out in a rematch. We still need Shakur and Devin. Well, I agree that we need Shakur and Devin for sure, and that's been what we've been pushing for years on here. But Tank don't want the fight. His fans are justifying the fight's not happening, so they try to cherry pick Lamont Roach, and Roach go up in there and step on him, and now you know what I'm saying. So he got a Roach problem. It's an infestation. He got to do something about that. But I still want him to fight Shakur for. I know he ain't fighting Devin. That's never gonna happen. Especially Devin at welterweight now. It's not happening. So Shakur is still there. So unless Tank wants to say, "Hey, I'll come back to Roach, but I'm gonna fight Shakur next," cool, I'll take that. But if anybody other than Shakur Stevenson, Lamont Roach, or Keyshawn Davis, it's a filthy duck to me. It's a filthy duck to me. Let me see here. KBGJ is in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love. He says, Tank fans singing, doing just fine, but Boys to Men. Wow.
Hey, real quick, General. One thing I wanted to add.
Right.
In regards to marijuana being a performance enhancement drug, so you remember that thing that what's his name had? That issue, the dehydration. What's his name? He just beat up Madrimov. Virgil.
Oh yeah, Virgil. Yeah.
Yeah, that Rhabdo, right. So I had that last year in training, and I had that during a fight. Marijuana can make that happen. If you smoke too much and you're overtraining in the heat, it can trigger Rhabdo. In fact, after having Rhabdo last year, I noticed anytime I smoke, if I'm not properly hydrated, it'll kind of it'll put me in that state. So I think it definitely cannot be considered a performance enhancement drug or assisting in boxing in any way, shape, or form. I've heard people say that it'll numb you to the pain. Ain't no such thing like that at all. In fact, I've been hit while high, and it actually makes you think about that pain a little bit more. Like, do I really want to be doing this? Maybe I should think about doing something else for a
Right.
living. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that real quick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me go to Abel. You still there?
Yes, sir.
All right, Abel. What's your thoughts on what we're talking about as far as Tank Davis and it's a Abel is in Jurassic Park back there. So what you doing? Running through the he got T-Rex chasing him.
No, I'm actually at work right now. You're just listening to forklifts at this time, lifting up and stuff like that. So mind the noise, people. My bad.
Oh, good. But what you think about Tank Davis allegedly reaching out to Lomachenko?
I got one word. I got two words to say that. It's BS. Total BS. Like, let me tell you something right now. Most people that don't know, and I'm going to say this to everybody in the chat, I am one of the biggest haters of Lomachenko because I've always told people that he's overrated. Just ask Black Fight Fan TV how many times I had to like, go after him when he was doing his Trill Boxing Talk show. Yeah. But here's the thing, bro. The thing is that I used to try to say before, a long time ago, that Lomachenko was talking, Tank until the actual truth came out. Listen, I just think that Tank is just using this as a distraction to basically minimize the heat of the Lamont Roach situation. But the problem is, everybody saw what happened in the fight. Everybody saw that you got outboxed and you got manhandled, right? So, listen, people will say, "Oh, it's still a good name fight," but still, people are still going to talk about the Lamont Roach fight for a long time, and until he, make amends and does the rematch, they're still going to talk about it. So I'm not interested in that fight anymore because at the end of the day, we should have had that fight a long time ago when Tank Davis was with Floyd Mayweather. But then Floyd basically made sure that the fight never happened. And then when Tank left Floyd, that fight still didn't happen. So what does it tell you? It tells you that Tank never really wanted to fight Lomachenko originally in the first place. So I think that he's just trying to use it as like a distraction to get away from the Lamont Roach situation. But it's already on. The heat is already rising. And unfortunately, people are going to continue to question him even more if he decides to go that route. So, listen, at the end of the day, I'd rather see him fight Shakur Stevenson at this point because it's basically your other rival, 135. We all wanted to see Devin, but unfortunately, Devin's at 147. That fight ain't going to happen now. So, that's your choice. You either Shakur Stevenson, Lamont Roach rematch, or retirement. Nobody cares about Lomachenko no more because Lomachenko's old. He's way past his prime. And more importantly, he's got 1 foot out of the sport. So I'm not interested in seeing the fight. Forget that.
Yes, indeed. My brother Trill Will, LDBC or nothing. In that super chat, appreciate the support, bro. Coming through with the 5-piece. He says, y'all brothers cooking. Salute to everyone on the panel. LDBC strong. Yes, sir, brother. All right. Now let's go to who was next here? Southside.
Yes, sir.
What's up, bro? What's your thoughts on the Southside?
Hey, of course, we want to see the Shakur fight and all that, but I ain't gonna hold my breath. But I will say this: go on over there messing with Lomachenko you want to. And Lomachenko had time to heal up. Never known Lomachenko to be out of shape. Yes, he's older, but Lomachenko's a veteran. He knows the tricks of the trade, and we know how Tank fight. So all I can tell you is go on over there messing with Lomachenko in the height of all this shit you got going on now. And fuck around Lomachenko getting there, put them motherfucking hands on you. Because one thing we know, Lomachenko can't crack. He's still going to be fast. He still has decent enough footwork. Because we've seen Frank Martin outbox Tank. We watched it. We seen Lamont Roach outbox Tank. We saw Leo Santa Cruz put hands on Tank and made Tank have to try to fight to get the knockout. We watched it. We watched him lose rounds to Rolling Romero, contrary to what anybody want to believe. So I tell you what, Mr. Davis, you go on over there mess with Lomachenko you want to and mess around and get your butt whooped. Go on over there. Go on and go ahead. Go right ahead. It'll be perfect timing for Lomachenko to get out the couch. He probably already pissed off about the whole thing with Trump and the Ukrainian president. So it'll be just right for him want to break his foot off in somebody's behind. Go on there messing with him. Cause I'm sure after that fight, that Lamont Road fight, Lomachenko probably like, this dude might not be that good after all. And he might go in there and whoop that boy. So I like to go on there messing with him you want to. And you mess around and change another, and you go in there and get your tail toe up. Go ahead, cause I ain't holding my breath on the Shakur fight, even a little month. I'm not finna set myself up like that. But all I said, go on over there messing with Loma you want to. Go ahead.
Yeah, that'll be catastrophic if he fight Loma and lose to Loma, cause that's gonna skyrocket Loma back into man. That's gonna be catastrophic for Tank. If he don't stop Loma or beat him up badly, come on, bro. Now when Teofimo beat him, Devin beat him. Yeah, Tank can't go out like that. Trey Brown in the super chat, appreciate the love. The 2 piece, he says, super Tank fans have been confirmed zesty. Hashtag sad. Man, it's wild. Let me see here. Who we got next? Head Buster, was you next, man? Go ahead, Cook.
What's up? Well, personally, I mean, I think it'll be a big fight. That's not the fight that I want to see next, but I mean, I think it'll have a good build up. You got Lomachenko coming off of retirement. People was referring to that man as Muhammad Ali, so that'll be a good sales pitch to people that don't know nothing. And that's how I see it. That's all I got to say about it.
Okay. What about
Saturday, let me throw this one more thing out here to the chat real quick. I see y'all in the chat talking about, Loma going to sleep. Y'all said the same thing about Loma. Y'all said the same thing. Let's not act like Lomachenko a scrub now.
Right,
we ain't never seen nobody knock him out, so I'm just throwing that out there. Y'all said the same thing. So, all right.
Yeah. Well, I got your super chat ready, bro. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Oh, and I see Cortez Bowles in the super chat. Appreciate you. I can't put it on the screen because you got a curse word in your super chat, and that's going to be the excuse YouTube needs to not monetize my video. You know, they got me on Field Ninja probation. Let me see here. We got Coach Hudson, brother. What's your thoughts if he fight Lomachenko?
This is some disgusting work. I think that if they try to go for Lomachenko, they're trying to do what Tyson Fury tried to do after the second Wilder fight. And for those of you that don't remember, Wilder had a mandatory rematch right after that with Tyson. Tyson tried to get a fight with someone else, then tried to take Wilder to court to keep from fighting him the third time. Lomachenko has been out the game for a little minute. I don't think he needs to come back and fight. And hey, let's say he does. Let's say Lomachenko says, hey, I'm cool with it. We're still going to look at him as a duck because Lamont Roach can't sit around and not work waiting on Tank. So if Lamont goes and fights, you know it's going to be a top dog. Lamont has already said whoever he fights next is going to be in the top of the division. So it's not even a guarantee he wins his next fight. And that's just another excuse for Tank not to fight. He should learn from this right here. He has been fighting people that he knew and his team knew he could beat. Tank has struggled with slick fighters since the amateurs. He needs to get in that gym. He needs to get some top slick fighters that are in the nationals, and they need to spar. They need to do a training camp, and they need to spar so that he can do what he needs to do in his rematch against Lamont Roach. Now, I see some people in the chat earlier were saying, so you all are okay with Clarissa Shields cheating? See, here's the issue when you don't know how to critically think. What we're saying is, so let me talk to you on a level you might understand. If you and I work the same job and I'm late all the time and it's never a problem, but then you're late one time and you're brought before the board and they say that you are a disgrace to the job and you've only been late one time, but I do it all the time, I guarantee you would have a problem with that. So let's not play semantics and act like you don't understand what we're saying when we point out the hypocrisies that go on in boxing. I don't think you want that smoke. And 7-8, I wanted to ask you a question. DJ Envy on the Breakfast Club, he posed a question that I've been stuck on all day. He asked, should Lamont Roach still contest and try to get the W, or should he just say forget it and go for the rematch? What do you think?
I think he needs to make us think about that what happened and how foul it was that he got cheated, that there is corruption. But I think at the same simultaneously, he should be trying to get the rematch, and he should leverage what they did to him in the first fight to get the rematch and get more money out of that situation. He should say, look, y'all paid me this before, I'm gonna need double that, because the crowd is on my side, boxing is on my side at this point in time. Y'all looking bad for what y'all just pulled, them little shenanigans. Y'all already had something else lined up besides me and all this type of stuff. No, I'm gonna need X, Y, and Z for the rematch. That's what I think he should do. He should do both of them and leverage that for the rematch. That's what I think.
That's what I was thinking, because there's no guarantee that Tank even tries to. I mean, he can say what he want to say in the interview. There's no guarantee he says, "Hey, we fight next," and actually makes it happen. And I appreciate all the love. People saying I should do a channel, things like that. I'm actually taking a break right now from working, but I train troubled youth a lot. So I won't be able to, do a channel right now. Maybe that's something later down the road. But for right now, if you want to hear me, man, I'm going to be right here on 7-8 Sports TV. You dig?
Yes, sir. You're always welcome here. Anytime you want to pull up, brother.
I appreciate it, brother.
And congratulations for the work you do, too. I used to do that as well. Like, them parents, man. Parents are getting on my nerves so much, man. I had to take a break from that.
I already know.
Man, but let me see here. Who else we got? Abel, you said you want to say something, Junior? Don't be saying no cussing, Abel.
Yeah, I got a little something for Junior. Again, when I'm out here working, Junior, always out here, trying to, do my can to help out, with my family and everything, this and that. What are you doing out there with them trucks? All you do is with them dang trucks is always selling out them stocks to them 24 karat people, trying to get that lick in. I know your game, Junior. What you need to be doing, Junior, is you need to lose some of that weight, get your knees right, and then step up to me on the hardwood. That's what you should be doing. But we know you ain't gonna do that, because you're gonna make up excuses, say, "Oh, I'm old, this and that. I'm old. I can't do nothing no more. I'm still getting hurt, bro." Lame excuses. You all excuses, Junior Alvarez. Go sit down somewhere with your fat behind.
See, he was about to roast you, Junior. Abel was about to roast you if I didn't calm him down. Let me see here. David Jackson in the super chat with the 5-piece. Appreciate the love, fam. He says, I think he should beat Tank in a rematch again to let us know it's real. However, Tank doesn't redeem himself for beating Roach. Salute.
Hey, yo, 7-8.
Yes, sir.
What exactly did Clarissa do? Did she test positive or something? I really don't know what she did.
Okay, I'll explain it. 1 second. Let me read this super chat here. Boxer Fan 4. I thought I read this. Boxer Fan 4 in the super chat. Appreciate the love. It says, Tank got whooped by a basic fighter. Nothing in Roach game stick out other than possibly his chin, and maybe Tank power overrated without some involved. I don't know, man. Yeah, I know I can barely see. Y'all gotta stop using that edited slang, them young boy terms, man. I need basic English. Give me basic English, not advanced niggonometry. No, I can't see that stuff. But anyway, all right. Let me see here. Let me show you what they said here with the with this thing here. So Clarissa Shields tested positive after her last fight for marijuana. It was they gave her a saliva swab in her mouth. Okay, and they gave her a urine test. But the urine test, she passed. But on the saliva test, she failed for marijuana. The problem with the saliva test and why it's not used all the time is because you can have false positives from secondhand smoke. But just inhaling it. When you inhale that so from around somebody, your saliva, that saliva that's right there in your nostrils and stuff, that mucus, that's right there. So if they test it, you're gonna have trace amounts of marijuana in your saliva. So she's emphatically denied having used it. She said she was around people that were smoking in the arena after the fight before she took her test. She said people was walking around with blunt smoking, and I believe it. But she said that she don't smoke weed. She never have smoked weed. So now, the Michigan Unarmed Combat Commission put this disgusting statement out here. The department investigated and determined that sufficient and good cause exists to find that the conduct of Clarissa M. Shields, a licensed professional boxer, constitutes an imminent threat to the integrity of the sport of professional boxing, the public interest, and the welfare and safety of a professional requiring emergency action. This is what they said. They use those terminologies that she's an imminent threat to the integrity of the sport of boxing. When we got people out here popping dirty every other day juicing, you got robberies going on in the sport of boxing, you got all kind of nonsense shenanigans, but you gonna use that language to say to her, that's disgusting.
Is Detroit consistent, or are they making her the example?
Bro, they making her the example because she had to make. I'm gonna tell you, this is politics. I know politics when I see it. Somebody mad about Clarissa Shields. Somebody didn't get paid. Somebody called in a favor. Somebody did something, because for them to use that type of language about her, when I never heard a commission or nobody say that about Ryan Garcia. I've never heard nobody say this about Teofimo Lopez racist comments. I never heard them say this about Tyson Fury when he popped dirty, okay, and blamed it on Bull's balls or something. All right, I never heard none of this stuff about David Benavidez when he popped for cocaine, and nobody ever said he was an imminent threat to the. What is that, bro? This is language. This is some racist language, fam. Unbelievable. I never heard this in boxing.
Did they say anything like that when Baumgartner popped?
Nope.
She's from Michigan, right?
She's from Michigan, and that's why I say, did Baumgartner call in the favor or something? Is this some politics going on? It's some Michigan politics. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think Clarissa should sue for slander, because that's slanderous. You need to prove that that's an imminent danger. You can't say that.
Right.
I bet you there's somebody with a type of hat there.
She gonna need a lot of people to rally behind her if she gonna sue, because that's not gonna be an easy feat. But if it's worth it, hey, I'm all with it too. Go for it.
Yeah, I think it's some politics, man. That's what I think. There's something going on with that. Somebody don't like her. They might like Alicia. Somebody knows somebody on the board. Determination stuff. It's some fugazi stuff going on. But regardless of the fact, I want to thank y'all brothers for joining me today. I'm gonna get out here and go make me some breakfast or lunch by this time, and I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Thank you to the amazing panel for coming in here, cooking today. Shout out to the chat. Thank y'all so much. Smash that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already sub. Above all things, check me out on Patreon. Y'all can go sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/78 Sports TV. That's patreon.com/78 Sports TV. Come on over there and get some of that good game. And if you're into Bulldogs, if you're into the American Pit Bull Terrier, I want you to go check me out on patreon.com/Game Dog Talk. We do a weekly show, legendary all-star panel of old school dog men telling you unbelievable stories of that pit. I'm going to holler at y'all in a minute. Be up out of here, though. Deuces.